What's good, Commanders fans, and happy hump day. Oh, congrats to my DC Defenders, man. Shout out to the DC Defenders. Shout out to the Beer Snake, man. I had a great time at Nighthawk Brewery. Shout out to my guy, Gordon Horowitz. Shout out to my guy, Protect. Make sure you guys subscribe to Protect on YouTube. You guys already know who that is. We had a blast, man. Doing the Beer Snake, having a great time, pulling the belt out. I didn't have a belt on. Somebody else had a belt on. If you look at my Twitter, I'm going to put my Twitter in the description. And we were up by like 20 or something. Like, we won the game 58-34. Jordan Tiamo, the real MVP. Had a heck of a game. I will pull up his stats, but he set a record with passing yards. I think he set a record for passing touchdowns in a UFL championship game, or UFL championship game. We set the record for points. Jaden Meekins, if that's his name, the receiver, number 3, he had like 2-3 touchdowns in the game. We did a trick play on a 2-point conversion. Like, we were just having fun out there. We pulled the belt out. BTA, shout out to Braylon Sanders. Chris Rowland is a dog. Abram Smith is a dog. The running back is a dog. Let me pull up, because I want to get stuff correct. I don't want to get anything correct with this championship. There really needs to be a parade or some type of celebration. But I had a blast, man. There was a booth, like it was a go-go to take pictures. Somebody had a selfie ring. It was just a good time, good vibes, good energy, man. And I love my Defenders, man. We pulled the belt out. Like I said, I don't care what it is. If it's DC sports, I will support even the PG Velour back in the day, the arena football team. I didn't watch the games, but when they won the championship, I embraced it. I embraced it. So let me pull this up, man. But yeah, no, Jordan Tiamo, man, and we shut down Bryce Perkins. We had him seeing ghosts. Like, we were sacking him, getting to the quarterback. He threw an interception. He was running around like a chicken with his head cut off and whatnot. Like, we really shut them down, man. We really pulled that belt out and shut them down. So I got to get a DC Defenders hat. Shannon Harris, the coach, before the season even started, and I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear about the UFL and stuff like that, but in the Defenders, but before the season started, I forgot the coach's name, but he left for a college job, and Shannon Harris was basically promoted as the interim head coach. Greg Williams left as well. His son was promoted to defensive coordinator. So there was a lot of coaching scrambling. A lot of coaches left with the former head coach to go to that college. So Shannon Harris was left with, he had to do what he had to do. And we got beat up by the Michigan Panthers earlier in the season. And the funny thing is, DC, what we do to Michigan, we put belt to A to the Detroit Lions. Now we put belt to A to the Michigan Panthers. So we own the state of Michigan. I wish I had my belt right now. But shout out to Shannon Harris. He won Coach of the Year. We had a couple all-UFL guys. Jordan Tiamo won MVP, which rightfully deserved, man. He deserves to get a call-up or a workout. A couple guys deserve to get a workout. Chris Rowland, Meekins, the wide receiver. Who else? Braylon Sanders. Like, a couple guys definitely. Matt McLaurin, the kicker, he was a little iffy. But a lot of guys really deserve a workout. Jordan Tiamo, he deserves to be on a practice squad. Like, if Nathan Peterman can get calls, like, what's his name? Jordan Tiamo, I don't want to be disrespectful and say what's his name. Jordan Tiamo deserves calls. He deserves calls, man. He deserves calls, for sure. He should definitely get a workout in the NFL, like I said. So, he deserves to get a workout, man. And he was on the practice squad here a couple years ago with the football team with when we had Heineke, because he was the starter above Heineke with the Battlehawks. That's the crazy thing about it. I don't know why I can't even find the freaking stats here, which is just crazy here. But Tiamo was balling, man. He was balling. So I'm gonna end it there, guys. 4-minute mark is where I start talking Commanders football, and it's really not much to talk about, but this is Noah Brown, so I'm gonna bring up here in this picture here. So, football night in Mount Olive, Commanders and MO's own Noah Brown this Friday. Photos and autographs from 6 to 6:45. Co-ed, flag football, Rumble, clinic, girls, pre-clinic and clinic. So a lot of girls are starting to play football now, and I'm not going to say started. We've been had the DC Divas. This is not in the DMV. But PG County, they're bringing flag football, like organized flag football to PG County high school sports for ladies, which is really cool, man. Like, if you didn't know, I'm getting off topic here, but Bishop McNamara, the kicker for Bishop McNamara years ago was an Olympic track star. I forgot her name, and I got to do my research and find this girl. But she was the kicker for what is her name? Nicole Yeargin. Nicole Yeargin. Yes, she was the kicker for Bishop McNamara, which is just crazy, man. And this is the off season, so I'm gonna start getting on tangents and stuff like that. Yeah, she went to USC. She's 27 years old. She was the kicker. You gotta look her up. You guys may already know who she is. But getting back to Noah Brown. So this is good news in my opinion. This is positive news because if he went to the camp, let's say if he's on crutches, which he may be on crutches, you can still play. Like that doesn't mean your season's over as an ACL or anything like that. But also what John Keim had to say. I'll put the notes from John Keim. So John Keim, he said, I don't have a really good update that you're not going to know until training camp. Does he open up on the PUP list? Question mark. Don't believe it's anything serious. So that's good news. If it was an ACL, I think Adam Schefter would have already said something. Ian Rappaport, Jordan Schultz, and Jordan Schultz knows everything now. I think something would have been already reported. In my opinion, if it's an ACL or a significant serious injury, you can't really gatekeep that information like they're doing right now. And a reporter is going to be there on Friday for Noah Brown. So if Noah Brown's out there running routes and jogging around with the kids and playing football, like Stephon Diggs just had a his own camp at the University of Maryland last week. Cardi B was there and all that. And he was moving around. We know he's healthy. But that's the point. Like, the point is, like, a lot of players, when they go to, like, Ben St. Juste, when he got crossed up by somebody at the camp a couple weeks ago with Mikey Sanders still. Players like to interact with the kids. They like to run around, whether it's jogging, whatever. They try to do stuff with the kids and be involved and be interactive. So if Noah Brown's running around and catching routes and just playing around with the kids and stuff like that, that's going to be huge. And I feel like somebody's going to drive up there. I don't know where Mount Olive is. Let me go with that too. I know there's a bunch of Mount Olives in America, but let me see where is that at? I think it's out in New York actually. Let me see where he's even from. Where is Noah Brown from? Noah Brown is from New Jersey. Yeah, so I think it's in the New York, New Jersey area. So one of these beat reporters probably I would have to bet probably Ben Standig or Nikki Javala. Maybe Nikki. Nikki likes to go to like different events and stuff like that, like things that are not team. Like when they have camps and stuff like that, she likes to go to like different events to interview players. I've noticed that. Ben Standig may do that too. He might be one of the people that will do that. But yeah, so Noah Brown, I think this is a good update on him. It's a good non-update update, or reading through the tea leaves, having to do Inspector Gadget type stuff. Like I wasn't following him on Twitter. I followed him on Twitter and put the notification bell on. And that's how I saw this too. And then Ben Standig posted it on Twitter like 20 minutes later. He said, still no official injury update on Noah Brown. That we haven't received will suggest he avoided a serious issue, as does his upcoming participate at this event from his IG for what it's worth. So yeah, if he tore his ACL, torn Achilles and stuff like that, he may have still attended, but maybe he may not have. Like the lacerated kidney thing, or he may have just made an appearance through a video or FaceTime or whatever to talk to the kids and to the campers and stuff like that. So I think that he's gonna be there is a good sign. It's good news. He still has been he's been posting to the social media too. He posted a couple things. Not a lot. He's been posting to his story, which goes away, of course, after 24 hours. So I think this is a positive sign. It's good news. It's a positive sign and it's good news here. So we'll see what happens to Noah Brown. A lot of people are saying that his injury is not a big injury, or like if he was out, it's not a big deal. To me, it's not a big deal, but it's a deal. It's something to look at because, he had a good season last year. From when he played forced pass interferences, he had the Hail Mary. He'll be known for that. Yes, De'Ami Brown, other receivers did step up in his absence. Along with Zacchaeus stepped up. De'Ami stepped up, and James Crowder stepped up in that Eagles game when Noah Brown was not available when we beat the Eagles. But him as a number 3 receiver is perfect instead of him being a number 2 option. Deebo's your number 2 option. Is he a number 2 receiver or not? You can debate on that. But he's going to be our number 2 option after Terry. So I like that Noah Brown is posting. It looks like he's in good spirits, and he will be there on Friday. And a lot of eyes are going to be there. Some beat reporter is going to be there, asking him questions and just evaluating how he walks and moves and different things like that. So I know he's not going to answer any questions because the team does not want to release any information. at this point, but somebody's going to ask him, and I think that's the right thing to do. Maybe one of his agents may tell reporters, hey, you cannot ask any questions about his legs or lower extremities or anything like that. So for him to be carted off, we'll see. Like I said, and they have not worked out any receivers. They have not signed any receivers. Mark Cooper's available, Keenan Allen's available, or do they just trust the guys that they already have with Luke and Jalen Lean and then Chris Moore, KJ Osborne, guys like that. Gallup is hurt too, so we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, let's talk about let's talk about Terry McLaurin, man. Shout out to Lake Lewis, who's on Rio's channel a lot weekly. He says that he said Terry McLaurin can receive a contract extension worth $36 to $37 million per year. Excuse me, this would make him the NFL's second highest paid wide receiver. So I love Terry with a passion. I love him with a passion. So I'm not gonna get mad at anybody getting their money. You know, I think he deserves everything he gets. 36 to 37, I will be honest with you. That is pretty steep. That is pretty steep, man. Let's look up salaries here. So he would be the second highest paid receiver in the league. So he would go over Justin Jefferson. And, you know, I don't want to talk down on Terry or bash Terry at all. So I'm not going to do that at all. Jamar Chase getting $40 million per year, which is just insane. Insane money. CeeDee's getting 34. DK's getting 32. He did like 33 for me. I wouldn't blink an eye. But when it does get to 36, 37, excuse me, it's like, okay, Terry, I love you with a passer, but 36, 37, goodness gracious, like, so Justin Jefferson, like, let's look up his yards per year. Like, and yes, you can argue and say Terry's quarterbacks are not good. So Jetters had 1,500 yards in 2024, 1,800 in 20. That's insane. Like Terry, I love Terry, but he's never gonna get 1,800 yards in a season. Like that's just not happening. 16, like the most Terry's got in a season is how much? What, 12? And yes, like I said, again, the Astros' quarterback play has been Heineke, Fitzpatrick, Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace, Case Keenum, Garrett Gilbert, Wentz, who was awful. He's seen it all, man. He really he's seen it all. Did he play with Josh Johnson? He's seen it all, man. Mariota added to the list, and Mariota did a good job when he played. But Sam Howell, you know, a lot of quarterbacks. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so the highest Terry's gotten is 1,118, 13 touchdowns in a season. Jamar Chase, he just won the Triple Crown, right? So, like, you know, the numbers, like, just got to be real. Jamar Chase, 1,700 yards in 2024, 1,400 in 2021. So, like, if you're basing it off that, and I know the market changes every year. Like, remember when Christian Kirk got paid, everybody's going crazy about that. But the highest I would go with Terry is 33. Like, if you get 33, you get above DK per year. You get above AJ Brown per year. You get above Amon-Ra St. Brown per year. You get above Tyreek. You get above Brandon Ayuk. I think 33 is really, really, really respectable. Albert Breer brought up 35. He said 30 to 35. So even 36 goes above the 35. And then in a couple years, we got to pay Jaden Daniels. So you got Laramie Tunsil on payroll. He's asking for more money. So 36 is steep, man. And Terry's durable too. So like I get the argument for the 36. I get the argument for 35. Excuse me. But 36, 37 is definitely it's steep. That's pretty steep. So if he's frustrated over not getting 36, 37, then I'm not gonna say you're frustrated with yourself, but 36, 37 is pretty steep, man. Like I love him to death. But is he a better receiver than Justin Jefferson? It's questionable, and then so that's who he get paid more. Would I rather have him than CD? Yeah, I'd probably rather have him than CD because CD's a complainer. He's a complainer. He's a whiner. He's gonna get on the sideline and complain if he doesn't get the football. You're not gonna get that from Terry McLaurin. That's a fact. AJ Brown, darn good receiver. 32 is about right for him. Amon-Ra, I think he's better than Brandon Ayuk. I said that before. T. Higgins is getting 28. But yeah, so. Right now he's at 23 mil per year. And this is what Lake Lewis said on the radio. So I do trust what Lake Lewis said. Lake Lewis did come up with the story about Adam Peters turning the plane around. He said that on Rio's channel as well. So he's definitely said some impactful things that have brought a lot of attention to him and his channel. And I respect his work for sure. Like Lake Lewis is a darn good media member and analyst. But so he's getting the information from somewhere. And he talks to Adam Peters a lot. He said he has a good relationship with Adam Peters. So he's getting the information from somewhere. I don't think he's blowing smoke about this, but we will see in due time before training camp. So let me know what you guys think about 36 to 37 mil. Is that something that you guys think we should pay to Terry? Would you be comfortable with that? Or 33, 32? Initially, I was thinking 3 years, $90 million. That's what I was thinking initially. But now it sounds like Terry's went 36. If it's a 2-year, $36 million deal per year, then I guess something's short like that. So you're not locked in for multiple years. Like a 4-year, $36 million, because he's going to be, what, 34? How old is he now? 30 years old? So he's 30. So to give a 30, and he's still a darn good receiver. Like Devontae Adams, 33, he's still doing what he's doing. Stephon Diggs is 32. Mike Evans is 32. So just because you're 30 doesn't mean you're going to be bad. Like Tyreek Hill's 31. Because everybody's with the whole narrative. Because his game doesn't rely on athleticism. Like, he's still quick and speedy. But he's not like Tyreek Hill where he has to be fast to be impactful. Like, Terry ran a 4.3, but he's still like a nuanced route runner. He's a contested catch guy. He's a guy that's going to catch the ball over the middle and be tough. That's his game, is being tough. You know, those catches over the middle, contested catches. That's Terry's MO. That's his identity as a receiver. He's not a speed guy. You know, so he doesn't really rely on his speed like that, in my opinion, from watching him for the past 4 or 5 seasons. So, all right, you guys. I love Terry with a passion. I really do. He's Mr. Commander, all that. Great guy. You want him to date your sister, daughter, whoever, you know, because you trust him so much. He's not like Stephon Diggs. He is married now, so congrats to him, starting a family. So, but 36, the money that these guys are getting is just insane. The money that these guys complain about getting is so crazy, man. It really is for the common man to look at this money these guys are getting. It's so insane. The NBA players are getting more than this, so which is crazy too. But shout out to Terry. Go get your money. Go get your bag. Get paid. But 36, I would stop at 33. That's just and I love Terry with a passion. 33 is good money, man. 33 million is a lot of money. That's a lot of money per year. So, all right, you guys. As always, have a great day. Hello, Commanders. Peace.